Hey guys, it's Dave, aka Finance Guy. Oh my god, guys, we are on the final North Temple of Veeshan raid, Vulak Aerr, and I did go out of order, so I'm not in North Temple of Veeshan gear anymore. I still am, but I have some Vex Thal gear on some of my guys. Not a lot. I have some Ssra Temple gear. I didn't do Ssra yet. In Luckland, I did Evolved Burrow where I did some Rumble Crush. I've done Sleeper's Tomb. I've done Dozekar a bunch of times. So I'm pretty well geared now. I definitely have some characters that are under geared, but you can see Dave's kind of a monster. I also have like over 150 AAs on people now. So this fight will probably it's still challenging, but it's mostly a tank and sphinx. I'm going to show you how to do Vulak Aerr real quick. To spawn Vulak Aerr, you need to kill all the lords and the ladies. I don't know if you need to kill Arianar. But you don't need to kill Jorlieg, even though you probably can't kill Nevidaria without killing Jorlieg because it's in the same room. You don't need to kill the triplets, and you don't need to kill Dagron the Destroyer. Now, if you're raiding North Temple of Veeshan, probably a good idea to kill them all anyway, just because good loot, the loot's great. Unless you're doing Vex Thal farming, then the loot in here is not really so great, except for Vulak Aerr, because Vex Thal is like a whole other type of loot. I mean, when you beat AHR at Tenha Ra, the final boss of Vex Thal, you get this bad boy. You get an item that turns into this. And this is like the best thing I've ever seen in the world for this level of gear. There's also some, I don't know if I have any other gear on Dave. Let's see. This is another type of Vex Thal gear. So you won't find anything like this in North Temple of Veeshan. But for the sake of argument, we're going to fight Vulak and we're going to talk about it. Vulak does rampage. Now I'm going to, give me one sec. So I'll just quickly switch to Vulak Aerr on EQ He's got 890,000 hit points, so very significant. High AC, 950. He attacks twice per round, but he flurries, which means he can actually attack up to 4 times a round. And he can hit up for up to 1,400 damage. His accuracy isn't very high. Like, the Avatar of War's accuracy is a lot higher, so, probably not in his hard as the Avatar of War. He does have an AoE or two. He's weak against magic, cold, and fire, so you can hit him with just about any of the main nukes. Dots aren't going to hit him too well, poison and disease dots. Spells cast. So he has Ancient Breath. I think it lasts for 3 hours, and we're just not going to cure it until the end of the fight, which I'll show you a cool hack to cure. It's a minor dot, which doesn't really matter, but the attack speed debuff kind of sucks. It makes all your melee crappy, which makes the fight last a lot longer. He does this Gift of Air, which does a tiny bit of damage to you. I don't know if it's a life tap. It looks like it's a targeted AE, so it actually hits everyone just a tiny bit. So that's going to be kind of a problem, I guess, over time. But I think we'll out-regenerate it. And then Call of the Zero, I think all these dragons have. His drop charge, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to really go into. He drops a lot of stuff. And I can't really, this is not the best way to show his stuff, but he's on a whole nother loot level than any other thing else in the dungeon. In fact, pretty much everything he drops is best in slot for somebody, except maybe Jalen's katana. I feel like no, that's pretty good too. I don't know that that might be pretty good too. So pretty much everything he drops is like a best in slot for someone, which is pretty badass. So what I'm gonna do for Vulak, I just buffed and just kind of sitting out here. Is I'm going to have Arthur, my Shadow Knight, cast Harm Shield and charge in to get the Rampage. I'm going to immediately have Dave charge in after. I'm going to make everyone stay put. I'm going to prep the complete heal rotation while Dave has Furious up. And then I'm going to start it and adjust the timing. And then my first goal after that is to slow him so that he's not going to burn Dave down before Dave gets a complete heal. So that's what we're going to try to do. We have my 54 characters. Like I've mentioned in my other videos. I won't go into it this video just because the Vulak fight's going to take a while. But there's 9 groups, and they're very well balanced. And I've already done the macro video, which you can find on the channel to see how my macros work in some detail. And then I'll probably go into a group theory video soon just because I'm finishing Velious. This is the final Velious fight. If you count this zone as the final zone, Sleeper's Tomb could technically be the final zone too, but I'm probably going to start recording some Luckland videos going forward because there's not much else in this expansion that I feel that need to be recorded, which I'll think about. But so yeah, let's do this. Let us do this. So I'm going to switch to Arthur. and I'm going to turn off his macro. And I'm going to switch to Dave. Tell everyone to follow Dave. Arthur will not follow because his macro is turned off. And I'm going to switch back to Arthur. And where is he? Let's find him. All right. And we're going to get rid of his pet because we don't want the pet to get annoyed and get involved. We're going to harm shield and we're going to run in. Just get Vulak's attention. And then we're going to have everyone follow Dave. Looks like get hit by the AoE. We're going to Furious. And then we're going to get his attention. We're going to get everyone off follow. We're going to prep the complete heal rotation. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, there it goes. Okay. We're going to set the timing to 5 seconds. We're going to... Oh my god! Oh my god. That was not supposed to happen. I was not fast enough. So we're going to summon Dave back just for the controlling the raid. So Dave's out of the fight. Allie's going to take over. So I'm going to... Oh my god. This is really bad. Holy crap. Wow. You see how fast that happened? I gotta get him slowed. Did I lose all my shaman? I might have to call a wipe on this. Let's find out. So I have 2 shaman left. That's really bad. And I have, wow. Alright, he's slowed. So, whew! What slow hit him? Turgors. Alright, good. So this fight is still possible. This is not a wipe. We're gonna just do a couple things to get under control. We have good timing on the complete heal rotation. I'm going to have Emily end her macro, and she's going to twist Lucia's Lament, which is the raid-wide mana regen song, and I'm going to pop her Pure Tone Discipline so she can boost it further. In fact, I have everyone pop their Pure Tone. And even though oh, okay, Norm's dead. Okay, so I'm going to Harm Touch just to get some health off him. And we're going to switch to Allie. I'm going to control Allie manually. Because if Allie dies, this is definitely a wipe. And this will be a really bad video. Because Vulak is still hard for me. But it shouldn't be that hard. As long as Arthur doesn't die, we don't lose the Ram Tank. I have a feeling we're going to lose Lulabelle. Because she's trying to stun. Her default macro is to stun. I need to fix that so she's not getting herself killed all the time. I'm going to quick burns and just try to... get some health off him because that was just messed up. You see how fast he took out Dave? And Dave has like 1900 AC, which is like enough to kill AHR. And yeah, I just didn't get the slow off fast enough. So that actually does happen. I mean, he is unslowed. Vulak Aerr is really, really nasty. Not as nasty as the Avatar War, even though the Avatar War cannot be slowed. But really, really nasty. So... looks like we got it under control. DPS is very high. This fight's going much faster than the first time I killed him, where the fight took a significantly longer time. I am going to tighten the complete heal rotation to 4 seconds when Allie's defensive is almost down. I'm not going to take any chances because I've lost my main tank. Allie's the other, she's the other main tank, so she's the backup tank. And usually I use her later in the fight when Dave's defensive goes down. Dave generally dies and Allie takes over with her defensive. Can't do that now because Dave's out of the fight. Let's see who else got kicked out. We lost all the druids. 2 of the enchanters, 1 of the necros, paladin, shadow, and 2 shaman. That's just awful. So I'm going to set the timing of the complete heal rotation to 4. Did that do it? Yes. Let me make sure I properly did that. Yes, so she can do that. So it's going to get more complete heals now. The defensive is down in any second now. And we're just going to keep pushing forward. We're going to do a second quick burn because a lot of my characters quick burn twice. So, and then if 10 minutes go by, they can probably do it again. But I don't think this fight takes 10 minutes because you can see he's already at 44%. But just got to keep making sure that Allie doesn't die. Got to watch her health. I mean, you can see he's hitting her pretty hard. His AoE, the 3-hour AoE, I think I showed before, decreases attack speed by 40%. Slight hit point knock, and then slight dot, and it has 36 disease counters. You're not going to cure this in the fight, but we will cure it afterwards, and I will show you the coolest trick in the world. It takes about 10 minutes, but it's the quickest way to cure all of like a poison, disease, or curse at the end of a fight. It doesn't work during a fight. I guess you could do it during a fight, but if the thing gets reapplied, you would have just wasted 10 minutes. Or however long it takes. So, yeah, he, like I said, has almost 900,000 hit points, so it is a long fight. But our DPS is a lot better now that I have AAs. The wizards crit harder, the mages crit harder, the melee DPS crit more. They, I think some of them have higher attack power now, so they're attacking more, they're hitting more frequently, and they're hitting towards their maximum damage more frequently. The first time I did this fight, I think it took like 15 minutes to kill him, and it's going much better now, even despite that mayhem in the beginning. Also, obviously, with the melee getting hit by the AoE, they're swinging slower, and that's going to make it harder to kill him faster, and also Ally will have a harder time keeping aggro. Ally only has one aggro weapon, her Epic, and Dagger in Tail just does direct damage, which probably gives a little aggro. It doesn't stun or anything. And problem with that is when Dave dies, Ally, if she doesn't get aggro immediately, it's sometimes hard for her to get aggro. But I don't know if you guys seen an Ally fight. I guess my Ikatier the Venom fight was an Ally fight, but yeah, Ally does a good job too. Originally, Dave was like the ultra tank, and Ally was this kind of gimp backup tank, and I realized I needed her when this stuff happened. It does happen often when I'm playing without recording, where Dave just gets face planted by something and Ally takes over. My friend Ally, who Ally is based on, I tell her stories when her character does well, because I met Ally in an online game, and she sometimes used to play a warrior in a different game, so I made her a warrior in this game. Oh no, what's going on with these complete heals? Hold on. Yeah, I've said in other videos, all these characters are based on either real people or pets or former pets of people I've known or pets I've had. So, yeah, all these names were not random. These are 54 people I know. It's kind of funny because, like, I know I know a Liz and a Lizzie. I know a Dustin and a Dusty. Dusty's a cat, Dustin's a person. So some of the names are very similar, which has been problematic at times because like I lose track of like who's who. Sometimes forget who's Jake 1 and Jake 2 or two Jakes that I know. I actually know a third Jake, but he didn't make the cut, so sorry, other Jake. So he's getting down to 15%. Slow is like probably nowhere near wearing off. Yeah, it's still at almost 6 minutes. I wonder if someone reapplied it. One of the shaman might have cast it again because I don't think it lasts that long. Allie's tanking just fine. Clerics have plenty of mana. Looks like Liko might have a little over half mana, which is not a big deal at all because Vulak is almost dead. I'm going to switch back to Dave and kind of watch the rest of the fight here, just in case he enrages. Yeah, just a lot of combat spam, a lot of complete heals spam. For some reason, Dave got rebuffed by a few characters. I don't know why that happened. I wonder if he got rebuffed in the Plane of Knowledge by some of the characters that died, and then I summoned him back here before that, while that was happening. I think that's what happened. He got rebuffed by a couple of dead characters. That's really funny, because they don't buff in combat. I don't have them buff in combat. I just saw that Vulak enraged, or going to unenrage. He enraged and stops enraging, so I'm going to put an auto attack back on for Ally, even though she's still holding aggro. I realized I shouldn't have tabbed out because she's being called to 0 and spun around. She could have died while I was doing that. That would have been really unfortunate because I don't think I have a tank left besides Arthur, who's just kind of hanging out and has no real aggro. But yeah, fight's pretty much over despite that terrible pull. Well, the pull is good. It was the situating, right? It was like getting down to brass tacks, slowing him, debuffing him. I did that improperly. I didn't get the complete heal chain going fast enough. And you saw it happen. It's literally, that happens easily. But, yep, he's going to die. He's at 0%. He should be dead in the next 10 seconds. So let's see how we do this. And I'm just going to switch back to Dave, and I'm going to start getting ready to start summoning people. So since we lost a lot of people, I'm going to just hit my summon buttons to summon everyone back super fast. And I'm going to show you how to massively cure off a character. When your whole raid gets hit by like a 3-hour AoE. There's a GM command that removes debuffs. I'm not going to use that because I want to show you how to do it naturally. So let me get everyone back. I'm going to restart everyone's macro. So BCAA Mac E3. E3 is the macro, and then BCAA tells every client to do it. So / Mac for macro, and then E3. So what we're going to do is we're going to do / BCAA tell all the accounts / because you do 2 / for the command for whatever reason. Tell Leo, I think he's got full mana. I think he died, so he should be at full mana now. Tell Leo, eradicate disease, because this is a disease debuff. And it's going to have every single character tell Leo eradicate disease, which is going to make him cast eradicate disease on every character one at a time. This is probably going to take 10 minutes, so I'm not going to sit here and do it, but I won't sit here while it's doing it, but I'm going to, oh, is he not doing it? That's really fast. Why is he doing it so fast? Hold on one second, let me make sure this is working. Oh, it's a fast casting spell, sweet. So I'm going to check his loot. Vulak has some pretty awesome loot. Oh, I like these. That earring is kind of, I like the AC for whatever reason. Wow. That's a good, that's a high armor class earring. Metal arm guard's good for resist. Good mana. I think my favorite item here might be the wrist guard. But anyway, let's see who's wearing what. That earring is a warrior best in slot, but I actually think I have better. That's 20 AC, so that's actually not better. And that's the sigil earring of veracity, which I'm going to upgrade to the sigil earring of veracity when I kill Ssra. So I'm going to take this for Dave. Yep, do that. And then we get off the corpse. And by the way, if you like that fight, like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. Show me the love. I'm going to keep doing loot, but yeah, that was a fun fight. It was a lot easier this time than the first time. The first time I did it was pretty hard. I wiped like 3 or 4 times just trying to get the pull right. It looks like none of my casters have good earrings, so I'm just going to give it to Kristen. Kristen's a friend from college that I still talk to very frequently, and Kristen, you're getting an earring. So it was a 90 mana upgrade. All right, we do how about the arms for the priest? Close this thing down. Someone has ethereal misvambrate. Those are terrible. Those are terrible. Wow, why would that even be in the plane of hate? You'd think they'd make items that are more specific to the character, but I guess back then itemization was really bad. So we'll give this to Liz, who has slightly lower mana. And then lastly, this could go to anyone. I think I actually might give it to a bard, just because most of my bards have low hit points, and I want stamina on them. So let's see what they got. Let's see who we got. We got just a lot of junk, honestly. Yeah, that's crap. I'll give it to Allison. I'll give it to her. So we'll give it to her. And we're not going to take the spells. We don't need them. All my characters have their best spells. So that's nice. That's a nice hit point upgrade. It's like 180 hit points if I'm doing the math right in my head. That's great. So guys, that was Vulak Aerr. I'm still doing Eradicate Disease on everyone. I'm happy. North Temple of Veeshan, all the videos have been recorded. We did it. It actually took like 3 or 4 weeks to record everything. I haven't really had a lot of time to play, and I was doing other stuff to kind of gear up. So I believe all of North Temple of Veeshan was recorded, and everything in Velious that I think I plan on doing is recorded and uploaded. This should be the final video for Velious. I might go back at some point and show a fight, but I think we're moving on to Lucklin. There's already been some Lucklin videos that I've uploaded, and at some point we'll do Vex Thal. I'm probably going to skip Emperor Ssra just because he's kind of hard to box. I'm going to try him out. I don't know if the emulator has him set up right. I think it is. But yeah, I'll try him. Ssra the Curse is also really hard to box, but I'll try to show him too. But yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a good one.